8, Lone Star, 0DT8, and 5L. You will hot heavyweight models in hot lap. 6 stops. Lone Star, 0DT8, and 5L. That is the...
Windows up here in Pennsboro, Simon windows nationally and internationally. Well, Hartman's all over the gas. He's trying to light that tire up. There's the 0 of Scott Bloomquist, the 5L of Steve Lucas. The inside, out of Decatur, Illinois, the 18 of Shannon Babb. Babb in that Car City Special, the Moyer prepared machine. Him getting in, Moyer having to battle through the consies this afternoon will be
They go into turn 3. 6 cars coming out of 4. They're looking for green. Dash is underway.
Babb gets the jump off of turn 4, and he'll set it in across the bridge. Hartman all over Babb coming out of turn 2. Now Bloomquist to the high side. It sticks for him. Contact with Chubb Frank. Frank now settles into 4th. They're coming in line out of turn 4. Babb holding on to the spot with 1 lap down.
And Bart Hartman cranking that left front wheel off the ground out of turn number 4. Does it again in the corner. Here comes Bloomquist to the inside. Takes a look under the Bart man. Can't get it done down the backstretch. Hartman will drag him into 3. Babb to your leader.
Babb pinches the nose down on the guardrail out of 4. Pressure coming from Hartman down the stretch as he 3-wheels it down the front stretch. Bloomquist across the bridge, looks to the inside. Got to make up some time on that super long backstretch here at the Pennsboro Speedway.
Shannon Babb opens the lead up, but Bart Hartman right back at him on the high side. Out of 4, here comes Hartman down on the bottom. Across the line, it's still Shannon Babb.
Hartman getting extra bite out of turn 4, and Babb checked up. Hartman had a check up or he was going to take Babb out. Now Hartman all over the backside of Babb down a back chute.
They take it into turn number 3. Babb, Hartman, Bloomquist battling. Now Hartman goes to the outside. The Bart man once again on the move. Across the line, it's Shannon Babb, Bart Hartman, and Scott Bloomquist. They take the battle into turn 2.
Now Bloomer to the inside of Hartman. They feather out down the backstretch. Jim Dunn did it on the outside. 1981, 21 years ago. Now Hartman to the outside. He'll make it stick this time, just like Jim Dunn did in 81. Now Hartman across the bridge, and he'll check out as he goes up. The car drifts up into, down the back chute he goes. A car-length lead as they head for 3.
Into turn 3, it'll be checkered flag this time for Bart Hartman if he can hang on. Shannon Babb pedaling, he's not going to do it. Your dash winner, Bart Hartman.
Coming in second, Shannon Babb. 3rd, Scott Bloomquist. 4th, Chubb Frank. 5th, Steve Lucas. And rounding out the top 6, Mark Bunnell. Well, you know, back to the scales. You never know what happens again.
Well, your unofficial winner of the dash, Bart Hartman. Of course, the scales tell the final tale as they'll pull up on those 4 steel pads. Officials will tell them you're good to go or you're not. We'll find out. But Bart Hartman did it just like Jim Dunn used to. Use that outside groove. Had a great run coming off of turn number 4 and picked up the checkered flag. And now the Moorhead entry heading to the scales. And we'll see if Bart Hartman, in fact, starts on the pole for this 21st Annual Dirt Track World Championship. It's good. Bart Hartman's your pole car for the Dirt Track World Championship.
The distance, the first of 3 Simonton windows B mains here this afternoon. I tell you right now, if you want some replacement windows, talk to the people at Simonton's. That's just the way it is. My house is 105 years old, and it has Simonton windows throughout the house. 1 pace lap, then we'll go green.
Top 2, Jack. Top 2 finishers move to the Dirt Track World Championship. Extremely important racing. Car to watch, Billy Moyer in the number 21. He goes from the number 5 hole. He's got Don O'Neill sitting up there with him. He's got Timmy Hitt, Tim Dome in the 6T, and Conley next to him.
Saturday or Sunday evening of racing. Hit in, cross, bring him to the line. Cross for a big jump. It's not going to happen this time. Not going to happen this time. Well, race fans will understand one thing. If you don't think it's important to get that bite off of turn 4 and get the lead in this B main, Scott Cross just showed you how important it was to him. First of 3 Simonton windows B mains. Cross jumps again. Let's see how they come out of turn 4. Cross has the jump on the outside. Contact on the front stretch. Now, Cross across the bridge, and he'll lead him through turn 2. Don O'Neill holds on to third, but third's not good enough in this race. It's 1 and 2, or put it on the hauler.
And Don O'Neill taking a look inside the Hitman, going into 3, now works the outside. Billy Moyer has moved up to 4th, so Moyer on the move early.
Moyer to the inside of O'Neill. O'Neill slams the door to turn 1. Now Moyer across the bridge, back up front. Scott Cross, 6 car lengths into turn 3, the lead over Timmy Hitt. Hitt would like to win this thing and not have to battle for this last transfer spot. O'Neill to the backside of the 28 of Hitt.
Scott Cross continues to defend his spot, but the caution flag is out. Spin over in turn number 4, bring it out. The caution flag field will come to a slow pace. The outside, he may have something up his sleeve on this start. Cross brings Hitt out of 4, here we go.
Cross 2 car lengths to lead across the bridge. Hitt will close up as they enter turn 2. O'Neill pressuring Hitt, and we've got caution on the speedway. We're ready to go fast here one more time at Pennsboro Speedway. Ware to the inside. He's in that 3rd spot. 3rd gets you nowhere here today in this B main. Now, O'Neill to the outside of Hitt. Will he make it stick? It'll be the 2nd one today. O'Neill hard on the gas out of turn 4. Hitt to the inside. Side by side down the front chute. Timmy Hitt will protect that line next time by.
Well, Don O'Neill tried it on the outside, had him going across the line, but lost it through the corners again. Takes a look to the high side. Billy Moyer right there with a Moyer to the inside. Here comes Billy Moyer.
Moyer picks up 3rd with a nosedive move into turn 4. The Batesville, Arkansas driver on a charge. Sets his sight on Timmy Hitt. Out of turn 4, your leader, Scott Cross. 10 car lengths to lead at the flag stand. Now Moyer may have to cool the tires down.
Caution flag out once again. This time Clint Kaufman in the 2C car off the pace as the caution waves. Driver out of Claremont, Florida, having problems in this B main event. He's going to bring it pit side. What a tough break. He had aspirations of making this dirt track world championship. 5 laps. We'll see if he can keep it up. Hammer out of 4 across the line. Here they come.
Once again, Cross leads him across the bridge. Heat coming from the 21 of Moyer into the backside of Timmy Hitt. Moyer to the inside. Nothing happening as they enter turn 3. Oh, Moyer underneath Hitt as Hitt loses the grip. Breaks loose. Don O'Neill takes 3rd and Hitt shuffled to 4th.
Billy Moyer on the move now in the number 21. He got by Tim Hitt. Don O'Neill breathing down his neck, and Moyer is on a charge as he closes in on your leader, Scott Cross. Moyer 5 car lengths off the pace as they come across the line.
Scott Cross may not know who's behind it, but soon it'll be yellow with a 2-1 on the side of it as Moyer is on a mission here. The farther up you can start in this Jim Dunn Memorial, the better your chances are. Jim Dunn running from the back in 1981, and these guys are starting to use the outside line here at the legendary Pennsboro Speedway.
Billy Moyer continues to gain real estate on Scott Cross. On a 2, down the backstretch. Now 2 car length lead for Cross. O'Neill chasing Moyer into the corner, and Moyer closing the gap on your leader. Here comes O'Neill to the inside of Billy Moyer.
Race side by side in the turn 1. They feather out as Moyer holds on to the 2nd spot. All the while, Scott Cross sweating bullets down the backstretch. Car in trouble, pit side, coming pit side. Earl Simpson smoking, caution out on the speedway. Caution out on the speedway.
Nine laps in the books, 11 to go. We're approaching the halfway point. racetrack. It looks like it's going to be that fourth corner.
Well, I'll tell you what, Timmy Hitt just completely lost the rear end, broke traction there, and two of them went by, got shuffled back from second to fourth.
He's got 11 laps left to do it. Scott Cross has surprised everybody so far winning this event. We'll see if he can hang on for 11 more.
Be down there, the Oktoberfest 350 at Hagerstown Speedway. Big block modified, small block modified sprint cars and late models. Can't hardly beat it. If the weather's like this, you'll really enjoy the show. We got a lot of goodies for you. Compliments of Bob Bear Automotive.
Late models into turn number 3. He gets on the hammer out of 4. Moyer charging up behind him. Here we go.
Cross one more time into the oil into turn 1. Car drifts high in turn 2. The pressure coming from the backside. As Don O'Neill, now Moyer, a charge to the front, goes to the high side, gets in the loose stuff, coming into 3. Moyer will pinch the car down in turn 3, out of turn 4 they come. Your leader still Cross at the flag stand as they take the cross flags.
Laps in and 10 to go for Scott Cross. Billy Moyer made a charge last lap. Let's see if he can build the momentum up again in turn number 4. Moyer 2 car lengths behind us. Cross drags him down the front stretch and into turn number 1. Scott Cross, Billy Moyer, Don O'Neill, your top 3.
Cross holding on to a 2 car length advantage into turn 3. Moyer pinches the car down one more time. The car drifts up, and Cross will hold the 4 car length advantage at the flag stand. Don O'Neill's got to make a charge, and Timmy Hitt is fading fast. The 28 Railway Special. Nothing happening for Timmy Hitt right now. Comfortably in 4th, but it will not get you into today's main event.
Don O'Neill closing in on Billy Moyer for the final transfer spot. Across the line, Scott Cross still leading the event. Moyer trying to mount a challenge for the lead. Don O'Neill sits in 3rd. Timmy Hitt running 4th, running 5th, it's Tim Dome. Back to 6th, it's Rod Conley. Randy Boggs out of 4. Scott Cross closing in now on Solar Traffic. Billy Moyer holding down that 2nd spot.
Lap car's going to play an important role in this one. Cross to the outside in turn 4. Moyer tries to cut the corner. Barry Jacobs. Jacobs holds the inside there. He'll be a lap car. Could play an important role here. Moyer will go to the outside. Now diamonds the corner. All over the backside of Cross in caution waves here at Pennsboro. Laps down in this Simonton Windows B main.
Had to have somebody to translate for these subs.
Scott Cross will bring him on a turn 4. Moyer in 2nd. Don O'Neill 3rd. Tim Dome moving up in the field as Dome is down to the 5th spot.
And here comes Billy Moyer mounting a charge down the backstretch. Moyer taking a look to the inside of Scott Cross as they head into 3. Cross will drag him through the corner. Billy Moyer applying pressure. Now Don O'Neill working the backside of Billy Moyer. 4 to go.
4 more circuits of the half-mile egg-shaped oval here at Pennsboro. Scott Cross holding on to the point as they head to turn 3. Moyer will look to move up on Cross out of 4. Nothing happening as Cross slams the door. 7 car lengths to advantage at the flag stand. O'Neill to the inside, trying to close the gap between him and Moyer and to move into that final transfer spot.
Well, take a look at the dual sticks coming out of turn 4. It'll be white flag the next time by for Scott Cross, Billy Moyer, Don O'Neill, Tim Hitt, and Tim Dome.
Scott Cross sweating balls down the backstretch. It's all clear sailing. 7 car lengths the advantage into turn 3 over Billy Moyer. Don O'Neill's got to have a bonsai run on turn 4 to make this starting field. At the flag stand, Scott Cross.
Billy Moyer chasing him down now in turn number 2. Less than a lap to go to get in the Dirt Track World Championship. Don O'Neill on the outside looking in. On to turn number 4. Checker's going to wave. Scott Cross is going to the Dirt Track World Championship.
Billy Moyer will join him. Don O'Neill with no bonsai move. The tire's gone there in that 20-lap B main. Timmy Hitt will come home 4th. Tim Dome 5th. All important across the scales. Got to hit those 4 steel pads. Check the weight of the vehicle out. And race fans, while they're pulling these cars out, our good friend Dwayne Goins going to be up here on that tower, right on the deck. You kids come gather around. We've got some goodies for you. 21st Annual Dirt Track World Championship, the Jim Dunn Memorial. And I'm telling you right now, brought to you by Simonton Windows.
Check. 1, 2. All right.
He'll be up there taking care of business. All this stuff courtesy of Bud Bear Automotive. So turn around, face it, while they pull the next B-main lineup out on there. There's your winner, across and in good shape. Scott Cross, he's in the Dirt Track World Championship. Now Moyer on the scales.
Billy Moyer, the Petroff towing driver, gets the signal. He's going to the Dirt Track World Championship. 2-time winner. Got a chance to make it 3 here this afternoon.
There, how about that, okay? All right. We gonna spread it around. How about the big kids over there, huh? This way, she said. We got enough. Bear Automotive, that fine pace truck here at Pennsboro. Yeah, we got it.
All right, top two.
There. I'm going to do something the Clemson quarterback can't do. How about that? Oh, well. How about Michael Vick? Oh, well.
I think you killed
Bud Bear Automotive Pace Truck setting the pace. Davey Johnson and Ryan Markham on the front row. Jackie Boggs and Paul Harris. Denny Chamberlain and Greg Johnson. Steve Shaver scheduled to go. The 15 of Rick Scheffler.
Shaver didn't make it, huh?
Mike Golden, Bob Puz, Shannon Thornsberry, David Brown, Harold Redmond Sr., Ted Allman Jr., Robbie Scott and Ed Schumann. Dan Armbruster, Rod Evans, Brad Feisler, Larry Clark, Jason Altiers, and Duke Wissian scheduled to go. Freddie Carpenter, Charlie Maloney. Here they come in turn number 3. DJ on the hammer out of 4, down the front stretch, looking for green.
Johnson holds on to the lead across the bridge with 1 lap in the book. Jackie Boggs holds on to second. Markham gonna try and find a way in that 14M machine to get in. And Paul Harris charges in 4th.
Denny Chamberlain running 5th. Mike Galt running in that 6th spot. Greg Johnson running 7th. Johnson involved in that melee down the front stretch yesterday afternoon. Seems to have the car pointed in the right direction. Right now it's all Davey Johnson. Jackie Boggs running in 2nd. Running in that 3rd spot, Ryan Markham with a caution flag is out. Shannon Thornsberry in trouble over in turn number 2. He'll bring out the first caution of this second consolation event. Green is back out. We're underway. Davy Johnson will take him into turns 1 and 2. Ryan Markham has now closed the gap on Jackie Boggs. Battle for the last transfer spot. Down the backstretch, Jackie Boggs holding off Ryan Markham. Paul Harris and Denny Chamberlain right there with him, but the caution is out. Paul Davis bringing out the caution flag in the CO2 car. Over in turn number 2, he's up against the guardrail. Tough break for the CO2 of Paul Davis as he brings out our next caution flag. And his chance of getting in the DTWC have gone by the wayside now with this caution. Signal given, we go green the next time by. Paul Harris in the Miller Brothers Coal, number 10. And Greg Johnson behind him. Rick Scheffler in the 15, Bob Puz in 33, and the veteran Harold Redmond Sr. in the number 28 as we get set to go back to green. It's on the hammer, he wants to make the event. Here he comes, we're underway. Ryan Markham goes back to work on Jackie Boggs for the second final transfer spot. DJ leads him down the backstretch. Paul Harris now closing in on Ryan Markham for the number 3 hole. They bring it on to turn number 4. Good battle going on for second. Greg Johnson feeling the move on the inside. He'll get by Mike Gall. Greg Johnson picks up a spot. In the 3, your leader, Davy Johnson. He'll bring him up the front stretch. Jackie Boggs holding that second and final transfer position. Greg Johnson losing the spot he picked up with a slide in 4. Mike Gall goes back by. DJ stretching his legs up in turn number 3. Paul Harris again closing in on Ryan Markham for 3rd. Ryan Markham on the outside looking in right now. He needs to get by Jackie Boggs to get in. 2 cars transfer and only 2. They'll take it into turn number 3. Denny Chamberlain a distant 5th. DJ brings him up to the stripe. Johnson now starting to close in on the slower traffic in turn number 4. Davy Johnson approaching lap traffic as we close in on consolation number 2, and DJ having a strong run. Paul Harris, Ryan Markham both trying to figure out how to get by Jackie Boggs. He's held down the number 2 spot. Steve Francis off the pace. He's going to take it into the infield. Francis pulls it in pit side as now Davy Johnson works on Marv Schilling. He'll put the 82 a lap down. Johnson continuing his assault on the field. He'll close in on Fast Freddie Carpenter as they go into turns 1 and 2. Jackie Boggs gets by Marv Schilling and he brings Ryan Markham along with him. Halfway this time by, 10 in and 10 to go. Approaching a slow pack in front of him. He's got a lot of guys to weed his way through. We'll see if Jackie Boggs can take advantage of this slower traffic as Davy Johnson now in the thick of it. Out of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Johnson with 6 cars ahead of him to get by. Boggs and Ryan Markham close the gap on Davy Johnson. Johnson stuck in slower traffic. Jackie Boggs is coming. Here comes Ryan Markham and Paul Harris, 4 cars all of a sudden in a battle for 2 spots. Davey Johnson caught in lap traffic. Jackie Boggs right there with him. Down the backstretch, Johnson, Boggs, Markham, and Harris. They head into turn number 3. Jackie Boggs 2 car lengths behind.
Johnson to the inside and across the bridge he'll go. Hot on his heels is Jackie Boggs. Johnson now handling the traffic in turn 3. He'll take to the inside, put the nose on the rail out of turn 4. Disposes of fast Freddie Carpenter right there. 5 laps to go.
Paul Harris took a look to the inside of Ryan Markham. They touched in turn 2. That's the battle for the number 3 spot. Paul Harris working hard, and the caution flag has come out.
Yeah, I tell you what, you talk about that Bud Bear Automotive, they got it going. When you all get a break in the action, they're giving away a television set down there in the concessionary today. They did it.
You're all set for the winter. You can sit and watch me. Stop on down there in the corner of the T-shirt trailers.
Billy Moyer, Scott Bloomquist, it goes. Green waves here at Pennsboro one more time. Davey Johnson underneath the flag stand. He'll take it across the bridge. Hot pursuit by Jackie Boggs and Ryan Markham. He'll tap it and Markham. Now, Paul Harris to the inside. Harris. Markham trimmed up, tripped out, slipped, and there goes Harris. One bobble here at Pennsboro cost you. Davey Johnson, 5 car lengths to lead over Jackie Boggs as they exit turn 2.
Down the back stretch, it's DJ in the lead. Jackie Boggs, but here comes Paul Harris. Harris mounting a charge late in this event. Cross the line, DJ. We got trouble in turn number 4. Rick Scheffler spinning around in the number 15. Couple more down there with him. Down the number 2 spot, DJ, your leader. Out of 4 they come. Green is gonna wave, and we're back to racing. Davey Johnson leads them out of 2, downhill into turn number 3. Jackie Boggs holding the battle for that 2nd spot right now. Paul Harris right there with him. Out of turn number 4, Harris trying to gain some ground. Greg Johnson going to work on Denny Chamberlain. Johnson took a look to the inside, couldn't make the pass for 4th. Down the back chute into turn number 3, Davey Johnson. He'll see the double flags this time. It'll be right the next time by. DJ takes them out of 2. They'll see the breach flag this time by. Jackie Boggs has now opened a little ground over Paul Harris for 2nd as they come down the front chute, 1 to go. Final time around, but the caution flag is out. Larry Clark in the C34 car bringing out the caution with 1 to go, so we'll slow him down. 4 as they come down the front chute. Green is out. We're back underway. Davey Davey Johnson down the backstretch into turn number 3. Jackie Boggs behind him. Last time out of 4. Checkered flag will go to Davey Johnson. Second goes to Jackie Boggs. Third to Paul Harris. Fourth goes to Denny Chamberlain. And fifth will go to Greg Johnson. We'll take our eyes towards the scales to see if DJ has in fact made this Dirt Track World Championship. The rocket house car of Davey Johnson now making its way towards the scales. Word is given, DJ has won consolation number 2. He's going to the dirt track.
Well, I'm trying to do a little translating here for the Southern fans this afternoon. I want to thank Carl Shaw for letting me sit in. You guys going to have a good time here this afternoon. Going to go trackside a little bit and try to keep up with what's going on. Somebody has a problem. We're going to talk to them, find out what it was, and give them a little cool down time, of course, and let you know the real story from Pit Road here this afternoon. Grandstands and buy Freddie Smith's winning car here at the flag stand. They'll sell the pace truck here today.
Here we go. Drag race across the line. It's won by Mike Balzano. Dale McDowell getting a challenge on the inside as Booper Bear takes over second and Booper on the move. Here comes Jeff Smith in 70. He's closing in on McDowell. Balzano will lead him across the line for lap 1.
Jam session, turn 3 and 4. Everybody getting through okay up there. 3, 4, 1, turn 4.
Mike Balzano shows the way. Booper Bear running second. Battle for third between Dale McDowell, Jeff Smith, and Todd Andrews. Brian Roman closing the gap on Andrews. Battle goes into turn 4.
Jeff Smith, the 2000 Southern All-Star, Rookie of the Year.
Jimmy Cobb and Doug Dodd doing the battle down the front stretch. Dodd will take the spot away. Lou Bradish now taking a look to the outside of Cobb. Bradish, trouble handling in turn 2. He gets her straightened out.
Side by side, 2 by 2 is ahead into turn 3.
Balzano and Booper Bear checking out from Dale McDowell running in third. Everybody else playing catch up now is Jim Dandy Jr. and Bradish. They run together on the Mid-Atlantic Championship Series Tour and they're having a good battle.
Jeff Smith taking a little heat on the inside of turn 4, peaches the corner.
Smith getting the heat from Todd Andrews. Andrews, one of the regulars on the Max Series Tour, and Andrews putting the pressure on the number 70 as way down the backstretch. Ray Leslie in 5 having a problem. Booper Bear closing in on your leader, Mike Balzano. Lots of problems down the front stretch. Brian Ruhlman off the pace in 49 and the caution flag is out.
Going into turn 1, he's got the 42 car of Todd Andrews putting the heat on him down in turn 1. Jeff Smith in trouble. Andrews under him in turn 2. He put a wheel up to the door. Smith pulls him up the back straightaway. A lot of dust over there, side by side. They're going in on the outside. Somebody may go to the top of this racetrack here today where the air is rare.
Dale McDowell holding down that third spot in the Rocket House car, trying to close in on second place. Booper Bear, but Booper on a mission of his own as he goes to the inside of Balzano. Here they come.
Balzano took a strange move over the bridge in turn 3 that time. Booper was side by side. Andrews on the outside. Andrews around Smith on the outside as they're heading into turn 1. time. Another 2-by-2 battle off in the corner over there.
Doug Dodd hung up on the outside. Lou Bradish got by. Jimmy Cobb ahead of him. Now the battle heats up between McDowell and Todd Andrews. Lou Bradish and the 19 M-car of DJ Myers. Myers starting to make his way through the field.
Todd Andrews all over McDowell off of turn 4.
Lou Bradish and DJ Myers continue their battle in the middle of the pack. But Balzano's got his hands full as Booper Bear now closing in once again in turn number 4.
Booper Bear can smell blood. He gained 3 call-ins that last lap around. Traffic straight ahead for the leader. They'll be working traffic as they head into turn 3. Balzano up the back straightaway. Booper Bear is going to reel it in at turn 2. They'll have to work the traffic. He's going to seal the groove.
Harold Redmond Jr. in trouble in 40 as he pulls it into the pit area. Redmond out of the event. Rob Flanagan going down the lap to your leaders.
Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Balzano to the inside. Booper Bear is going to hit him. Up the back straightaway. A close call for Balzano.
Todd Andrews working all over the one car of Dale McDowell, but McDowell gets by again. Trouble in turn number 3, Lou Bradich off the pace in 5. Bradich brings out the caution flag.
Behind him. Here he comes. He tightens up off the corner. They're looking for a green flag. They're on the way. Andrews under McDowell. He made the turn. He made the turn off of turn 2. Heads up back straightaway. All out of shape. Jeff Smith gets by. Problems on the one car on the right rear. He's in trouble. High on the racetrack in turn 4.
McDowell with a right rear flat tire on the Rocket House car, and his chance of making the dirt track have just gone on the jack.
Looking for green, and they're on their way. Andrews, a different line in the corner. He'll try to turn the corner. Booper Bear shuts him down over there. Balzano off and running up the back straightaway. Keep your eye on the 42 car. He goes up high where the air is rare on the outside. Todd Andrews on the outside in the 42 car.
Booper Bear slams the door shut going down the front chute, and again Andrews mounting a challenge up on the outside. Todd Andrews putting on a show here in its third consolation event. Jeff Smith trying to close in on Andrews, and now Jimmy Cobb having a good run in the 11. Here comes Andrews again.
Five to go from the Flagstaff for Mike Balzano and the rest of the field. They just gave him 5 to go. Up the back straightaway, 3-car battle. And then there's Jeff Smith and Cobb. Counting it down. There'll be 4 to go. This time by. Move to the outside.
Mike Balzano shows the way. Booper Bear running second. It's on Todd Andrews right now. He goes to the outside again in turn 3. Here comes Todd Andrews again to the outside of Booper Bear. Drag race around the front chute.
Three stocks, stand by. Three stocks, stand by. 2 to go. 2 to go for Balzano and Booper Bear and Todd Andrews. 2 to go.
White flag the next time by. Jeff Smith in a battle with Jimmy Cobb for the number 4 spot. Todd Andrews again mounting a challenge in turn 4. They'll see the white flag this time. Booper Barrel holding off Andrews. Jeff Smith and Jimmy Cobb continue the battle, but Andrews working the outside of Booper Barrel. That's the final chance to get in this dirt track. Here they come.
Once again from the outside, can he make it turn? Andrews, Andrews, Andrews. I don't think so. Cobb gets by Jeff Smith off the last corner. Oh, trouble for straightaway.
Fraunhofer got right here into the guardrail. Crew checking on him to make sure he's okay. Fraunhofer driving the number 45 car got into the front stretch guardrail on the checkered flag.
That'll be a code 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good time to stretch your legs, make a pit stop. Give him a hand if you will. Give him a hand.
Now the cars go to the scale, and that's where it's all important. Mike Balzano, unofficial winner of this third consi. He's strong at Pennsboro. Doc Balzano knows where victory lane is. Let's take a look down there and see. Balzano going to the Dirt Track World Championship. Now.
That's all he was talking about over there. I had to deal with that.
You know what? We should.
What?
We should do a missing man formation.
Okay, I'll
Do it. Tell them up front. All right, drivers getting buckled into their respective racing automobiles.
I'm looking for you, okay? You won't go too far.
on their feet for the pace. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll salute you. But ladies and gentlemen, today, on October 21st, 2001, for 2 pace laps today, the D1 car on the will ride on the pole. All right, race fans, let's get them started. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Speedway.
Once again, if we can get everyone on their feet here one time this afternoon, don't leave anybody on their seat. I need everybody in the house. For your favorite driver, for the one you don't like, for Jim Dunn, for Pennsboro, for the USA, red, white, and blue. I need everybody on their hat. I need every hat off your head now. You are about $5 million worth of equipment here today. 3 million horsepower. The front row inside, the D1 car of the late great Mr. Jim Dunn. You folks in the pits, come over to the rail. I'll need you back. If you'll look when they come by, the Bayer Pace Truck brings them on. the pole this afternoon. Tip your hat. Give him a wave. On the pole this afternoon, Mr. Jim Dunn, ladies and gentlemen, in a D1 dirt car. If you're here for the first time, raise your hand. If you're here for the first time, raise your hand. We're glad to hear you. You'll be back here next year. One more time. How many has not missed one? Tip a hat if you will. Give them a wave one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Give it a hold one more time. Let's get them pumped up, and let's get ready to send them on the way.
All right, close them up tight and pack them 2 by 2. They'll start coming out of turn 4. Rick, I tell you what, you know, you get to do the World 100, you got to do the million to win, but man, am I glad to have you beside me for the Dirt Track World Championship. Doesn't get much better than this.
And it's going to get real good here real quick. The Bartman, Bart Hartman on the inside, Shannon Bob on the outside. 30 cars set to battle for 100 laps around this beautiful, legendary Pennsboro Speedway dock. What a sight, 30 of the best, and they're heading into 3.
Here they come out of turn 4. They're on the gas. Green flag waves. Dirt Track World Championship underway as Hartman settles into turn 1 across the bridge, and here we go. Bloomquist jets into the second spot out of turn 2, and Bloomer will put pressure down the backstretch.
Bart Hartman leads him into turn number 3 for the first time. Bloomquist on his tail, running in that second spot. The 0 car working hard. They come down the front chute. Jump Frank third, Shannon Bob fourth, Steve Lucas fifth.
Hartman three-wheeling down the front stretch. Chubb, a veteran here, finishing second in the Dirt Track World Championship, knows how to finish a race at 100 laps at the Pennsboro Speedway as your leader comes out of 4.
Across the line, it's Bart Hartman, Scott Bloomquist, and Chubb Frank. Your leader starting to pull away from the third place car of Frank. Bloomquist takes a look to the inside of Hartman down the backstretch. Hartman slams the door shut.
Back in the pack, Moran and Burkhoff are side by side down the backstretch. Moran on the outside. He'll settle it in. If I know Donnie, he's going to try and run some rubber up there and make last lap changes on that 99 machine as he'll charge to the front. Now, Moran to the outside of Skip Harp. Moran up on it. He's got Harp in turn 2. Moran's on the charge.
Ryan Markham, first casualty of this event, pulling into the infield. Meanwhile, up front, it's Bart Hartman in the lead. Scott Bloomquist running second. Chubb Frank, Steve Lucas, Shannon Babb, Wendell Wallace, Sleeper, Benell.
Car around in turn 4. A car around in turn 4. All the while, Donnie Moran on the move, and Freddie Smith all the way from the tail. Could it be another magical moment here this afternoon? 21 years after Jim Dunn first took the checkers in the first ever DTWC.
Comes coasting down pit lane. Mars may be taking it back to his trailer. If he does, that's the end of his chances. And Jimmy Mars making that tragic left turn. He is going to the trailer. Mars is done for the afternoon.
Watching back in the pack, but the 99 of Moran is on a mission, working the outside here at Pennsboro this weekend. Watch 99 of Donnie Moran. He's charging to the front.
Entirely.
Green.
Out of turn 4, your leader, Bart Hartman. Three-wheeling down the front stretch. Bloomquist all over him as they head for the bridge.
Bloomquist again mounting a challenge out of 2. Moran slips up in the marbles. Burkhofer and Skip Arp get by. Now Arp goes to the inside of Sleeper as they take it into 3.
Burkhofer also taking that position away from Moran, but Moran running the high side. Now he drifts back and loses 2 more positions. Up front, Hartman with a 2-car length advantage over Scott Bloomquist as they head down the 1,793.5-foot backstretch.
Into turn number 3 and bringing it out of 4, your leader Bart Hartman with Scott Bloomquist in hot pursuit. Running third, Chuck Frank, Steve Lucas, Shannon Babb, and Wendell Wallace. Hartman now a 2-car length lead over Bloomquist as the field gets strung out.
Leader in 4, it's Hartman holding the rail, and Bloomquist hot on his heels, heading into turn 1. The 2 leaders are checking out from the field. Holding on to the 3rd position is Chubb Frank. Chubb comfortable in 3rd and Steve Lucas in 4th.
Bloomquist mounting a challenge in turn number 4. He's closing in on the back bumper of 3-wheeling Bart Hartman. Hartman will drag him into turns 1 and 2. Chuck Frank a distance behind your leaders.
Tire wear always important here at Pennsboro. See what happens in daytime racing. Tire wear, you got to be there at 1 lap 100 to take home the money. Out of 4, your leader one more time. Hartman 3-wheeling down the front stretch. Bloomquist 2 car lengths behind across the bridge. Now Lucas starting to mount a challenge on Chuck Frank.
Skip Arp has passed a few drivers. He continues his assault on the field. Mark Manel, the next in line. Arp using the high side of the racetrack as he closes in on the T8.
The leaders checking out on the stellar field of race cars. Hartman a 2-car length advantage into turn 3. Bloomquist closes the gap. Hartman along the rail and down the front stretch the leaders come.
Your leaders have a full straightaway advantage now on 3rd place, Chubb Frank. Bart Hartman and Scott Bloomquist are checking out from the field. They're already down into turn 3 as your 3rd place car comes out of turn 2.
Those 2 cars are dialed in and hooked up. Hartman 3 wheels off the turn one more time. Clint Kaufman looks to be the first back marker. The leaders will chase down as they head down the backstretch. Kaufman, the Kaufman Corvette sponsored 2C out of Claremont, Florida, looking to fight off going a lap down to this championship field.
Billy Moyer extremely off the pace in the 21, but the caution flag comes out.
Where is that?
Off, and this year it just didn't look like it. Race Chubb Frank. They're on the hammer and 4. Here they come.
Hartman will lead them down the front chute. 3-wheeling one more time. Hartman lets the car drift high into turn 2, down along the guardrails, Bloomquist. Leaders in turn 3. They'll pinch it down one more time. Bart 3-wheeling out of the corner.
Wendell Wallace going to the outside of Steve Lucas. Couldn't make the pass. Almost got passed by Shannon Babb. Wendell tried the outside. Couldn't get it to happen. Out of 2 and down the backstretch. Your leaders again pull away from Chubb Frank.
If the outside groove gets run in, it'll be interesting come near the end of this 100-lap main event. Lucas, 5 car lengths at the flag stand over Scott Bloomquist. Chubb Frank holding on to 3rd. Lucas 4th. Wendell Wallace 5th. And Shannon Babb 6th. Caution waves here at Pennsboro Speedway.
The word on the 28 car, Jimmy Mars, we got a problem with the air cleaner and a problem with the engine on the black 28 car.
Hartman taking a different line as he starts restart this event. Hartman down along the inside, three-wheeling at the flag stand.
Bard Hartman showing the way out of turn 2 and down the back chute. Wendell Wallace on the move. Got around Steve Lucas. Lucas battles back to the inside. They'll take that roll into turn number 3. Wendell Wallace merges in the spot. Wallace continuing to move up.
Wallace taking the chance on the outside. We said it earlier in the weekend. If you'll run to the outside loose enough. Now Wallace to the outside of Joe Frank. Frank slams the doors and exit turn 2.
Down the back chute into 3. Scott Bloomquist continuing to shut the motor into gear and move it up. Jason Bart Hartman, but Hartman seems to have more ponies under the hood right now. Hartman will drag him into turn 2, but Bloomquist right there out of 2.
Wallace around the outside, and he bobbles. Chubb takes off down the backstretch. Leaders in turn 3. Bloomquist closing the gap on Hartman out of turn 4.
Wendell Wallace now running in the number 4 spot, trying to gain some ground on Chubb Frank in 3rd. Wallace continuing to gain real estate down the backstretch. Bloomquist still looking at the rear end car, 75 up Bart Hartman as they come across the line.
Back in the pack, Sleeper and Burkhoff are battling hard, but back up front, Bloomquist pulls to the backside of the 75, but Hartman pulls him down the backstretch. 4 car lengths to lead as they enter turn 3.
Chubb Frank now starting to gain on Scott Bloomquist. That advantage they had earlier is going away. Chubb Frank seems to have a pretty good setup all of a sudden as he closes in on Bloomer.
Chubb Frank closing the distance on Scott Bloomquist in turn 3. The Sugar Grove, Pennsylvania driver now having the handle come to him.
Shannon Babb, your next driver to try and make a move. He pulls within 2 car lengths of Steve Lucas and Steve Russell off the pace at 72. Hand up in the air. Russell may be out of this event.
Leaders across the stripe, Hartman by 3 cars.
Out of 3, gets another good run, but not good enough.
Hartman holds the point through turns 1 and out of turn 2.
Burkhoff continuing to work on the 5L car of Steve Lucas. Hartman and Bloomquist across the line. Chuck Frank and Wendell Wallace. 5th place Lucas has Burkhoff breathing down his neck.
Hartman will bring him into turn 3. Lucas will look low one more time. He pitches the zero machine down, looking low. Hartman one more time at the stripe.
Bloomquist can get within a car length, sometimes get a nose under him. Can't make it happen. Here he comes, 0-3, gotta run. Bloomquist gets a nose underneath Hartman, but Hartman slams the door.
The battle heats up one more time.
backside of Hartman down the front chute. Now they're coming on the 4 car, Scott Cross. Keep your eyes on the leaders as we can have a change for the lead this time. Bloomquist gets a run down the backstretch into 3. Hartman drags him into the corner.
Second. Chuck Frank third. Wendell Wallace fourth. Steve Lucas fifth. Brian Burkhofer sixth. Sticks in the air, 2 big circuits of Pennsboro Speedway left. In this 21st annual Jim Dunn Memorial Dirt Track World Championship. Hartman the advantage off the turn 2 and down the backstretch they go. Does Bloomquist have one bonsai move left back in his arsenal today? Right flag waves on your leaderboard, Hartman. Hartman takes it across the bridge one final time. He'll check out down the backstretch. Everybody get up and cheer this last lap on. Bart Hartman sets it right against the guard. Turn 4. 3-wheeler all 100 laps. Your winner, Bart Hartman at the straight. Scott Bloomquist coming home second. Chuck Frank third. Wendell Wallace fourth. Steve Lucas fifth. Brian Burkhofer sixth. Shannon Babb 7th, Rick Eckert 8th, Mike Balzano 9th, and Brian.
Getting congratulations from the crew, the Bartman, the driver out of Zanesville, Ohio, pulling in $50,000 here this weekend.
He worked all 100 laps for this trophy and check here this afternoon. Well, Bart's got a cool drink. He's out of the car. Bart Hartman!
I don't think he can climb the fence. Go ahead.
Well, he looked at that fence but didn't think he could get up the hill to climb it, so he's going to hoist the trophy. Bart Hartman with the Dirt Track World Championship trophy. Gets a congratulations, Simonton Windows, putting on this 21st annual Jim Dunn Memorial Dirt Track World Championship, and one happy driver out of Zanesville, Ohio. Bart, come on over here, buddy. Congratulations, huge, huge win. You held off one of the best in the business, and Scott Bloomquist, he got under you a couple times. Right rear had to be getting hot on you. The left front off the ground all the way around. This is the hardest 100 laps I've ever seen you run.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. Well, I think the mic's working. It was pretty hard. The car was a little tight all night, but you know, we kept the right rear on it. It was a little bit harder than most people had, and we run it as hard as we could. He was a little better getting off of 2 than me, but we could get through 3 and 4 real well. And you know, GRT, Hoosier Tires, Moorhead Auto Parts, the Simonton Windows, you know, if they wouldn't put this thing on for us, you know, we wouldn't have this opportunity to win this kind of money. But it's a privilege to privilege to win this trophy and have the globe on it and be associated with the people that's on this check.
Well, Bart, you know, the first Dirt Track World Championship, it went to the legendary Jim Dunn out of Zanesville, Ohio. This has got to be a special win for you. It's in his memory. You picked up the 21st annual. This one is one you will never forget.
No, definitely not. Jim was a friend of the family's, and you know, one of his crew members here today, and it's the first time back here since Jim passed away, and I'm glad that we won it for him, and I can't wait to celebrate.
Well, you've got a lot of celebrating to do. We've got Victory Lane for you. We've got a check for $50,000. Carl Short pulled it off. He pulled 126 late models in here. You are the best.
Well, I appreciate it, and thanks for all the fans coming out and watch this great event.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the 21st annual Jim Dunn Memorial World Championship, Bart Hartman. Bart, we've got Carl Short here, promoter of this event. Carl, this young man did a fine job. He held off Bloomquist. He outran 30 drivers. He's the greatest.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, he put on a driving display out there today that was phenomenal. And coming from Jim Dunn's backyard, that has to make him feel especially proud, I would think.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you know, like I said, Jim was a friend of the family. I grew up with him, and Dad and him raced a lot together, and, you know, I think they were both looking down on me today.
I think you're absolutely right, Bart. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while Bart Hartman gets his pictures in Victory Lane, we still have that $2,000 to win street stock feature event in this 21st annual Dirt Track World Championship. Stick around. For those of you that are leaving right now, please drive safely on the way home. Doc Richards is going to have the call of this street stock event as soon as we get ready. But how about it, on your way out, one more time, let him hear it, the Bartman, Bart Hartman.
This is Dwayne Goins, and we're here with the runner-up at the 21st annual Jim Dunn Memorial Dirt Track World Championship, Scott Bloomquist. You ran him hard all day long. You were close. Something happened there. They saw you wiggling down pit road. Everybody saw it, and then you gained back on him. What happened there in that little problem you had there?
Yeah, well, right when we got under him, coming off at 2, and I thought we were going to follow through with the pass, all of a sudden I lost fuel pressure. Motor quit running. He got back by us there. You know, we had a good run on him, and we could have got by him there. And fuel pressure dropped down to 0. It wouldn't pick back up. It'd get just enough fuel to keep me running down the straightaways enough to not get past. And then you can see we swerved for a while trying to see maybe if something got in the way of the pickup, or I really don't know yet what happened. But then all of a sudden, after 3 laps, 4 laps, fuel pressure came back up, and we ran him down. You saw pretty quick, you know, but yeah, it just wasn't our day, that's all.
A lot of times the fuel pressure regulator comes back and forth. Have you looked something like that in the past?
Well, we've never had a problem with our regulators, but you know, we're going to look into the problem because, you know, it's a shame today. We really had the car to beat.
I got a question. Were you getting ready to drop the hammer on him when you had problems?
We were actually going by him when we had problems, is the way I feel. But you know, it quit just enough to allow him to get back by. So you know, he did a good job though. He drove hard, and congratulations to Bart.
And your next stop is East Bay. Where can we see Scott Bloomquist? We got Southern All-Stars in North Carolina for 10 grand to win November 10, 11.
I really don't know yet.
Right.
We may go down to East Bay.
All right, Scott Bloomquist with intermittent fuel problems there. Just about ready, he said, to go for the leader, and had a little problem. Wound up second here today. $10,000, not too bad for Scott Bloomquist. He's used to some more, but there you hear it from the man. Where's the house bike? We got the house bike. You want something, Carl? You want something?
Official rundown from this year's 21st annual third class